back, everybody. Today I'm going to discuss brushes. I feel like I get asked about this the most. What are the right brushes, where to use them, with what products? Today I'm going to break down some of my favorites. I'm a big fan of art brushes. I learned that from, just being around art stores and realizing that they're soft, that they're easy to use on skin. So why not use them as makeup brushes? And then the older I got and read, I understood that a lot of makeup artists use art brushes. Art brushes you can find easily at any stationery shop. I saw this, in a set on a wall, and I just thought it's excellent. Its small version is also one of my favorite brushes. We'll get to that. But this kind of medium size, I find it really great to sort of do my contouring. First, I apply my skincare with it. I apply my primer with it. I apply my foundations with it. I even apply concealer with it. It kind of takes care of all of my skin work, and because it's so smooth, you can just get this gorgeous sort of layer of product across your face. So that's this brush. It's just a soft, rounded, you can just paint your face on. Once you've got that brush on, a lot of people don't like to use beauty blenders, so a good buffing brush is a good thing to have. This is the Sonia Kashuk buffing brush. It's just absolutely straight, this brush, so it just sits flat against your skin. So once you've got your foundation on, you can just kind of blend and buff the foundation onto your skin. That's a really great finish as well if you don't want to get into beauty blenders. Another perennial favorite is the Morphe M438 brush. I love the way this comes into a point, so when you're doing your sculpting, you can kind of end it in a beautiful point, which I really like. It gives you a smiley face. It's small enough for you to do the smaller detail, but then large enough for you to blend out. So you could even do your nose with this, your jawline. It's just a great, I think, contour brush. It's my fave. And you can also highlight with it once you're done too. I just clean off my brush, pick up the brighter powder, and you can highlight in these areas with it as well. To highlight, I like the Morphe M501. I know a lot of people like fan brushes too. That's okay too. You can, sort of highlight using a fan brush as well. I don't see anything wrong with that. But I do find myself reaching for this rounded M501 by Morphe brush. I just feel it gives me more control sort of over my highlights, and I can also hit my contours with it again. Do my blush on with it. I like this brush for a lot of things. And if I'm doing like an all over glow on my lid, it's also, the right size for me to do that as well. It's a good multitasker. I've used the Kevyn Aucoin Big Face brush from time immemorial, but I have to say this EcoTools Full Powder brush is just so pretty. It just is so nice and it moves so well. And you can just sort of get it to the thin points. You can make it big and spread your face powder everywhere. I just love it. It's a really great little brush. Great big brush. The next brush I'm going to show you is something that I got with the Pat McGrath Metamorphosis kits. But these are these really beautiful brushes that you can use on your brow bone. You could also use it on your highlight, on your nose. You could even contour with it, to be honest. It's a great multi-purpose brush. I don't think it has a number. It's just this fluffy eyeshadow brush that came with it. But a good dupe for that is the Morphe M433 brush. You can see that behaves in a similar fashion, so you could use that in that. The Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that comes with your palettes, one side is flatter, the other side is fluffy, and it is quite similar to this brush too. So you got that within your kit if you bought the Soft Glam palette or Modern Renaissance. It comes in each of those. It's nice to have a good socket line brush. This is the NYXProfessional Makeup number 13 brush. It's just a brush that you can sort of get into your socket line with it, and it's large enough for you to create that depth in your socket line as well. So the small sister of the large face brush, again, it's an art brush. I find these to be just the right size to do little detailing work like doing the corners or smudging out a liner. I also, for the same purpose, really enjoy the Kevyn Aucoin small eyeshadow brush. It's also really great, and these really behave in a way that I really can't describe. They're just so excellent for the corner, for, you know, sort of general detailing. They're really, really nice brushes, all of the Kevyn Aucoin ones. For me, I really like to use watercolor brushes for my liner. I take a watercolor brush, number 2 or number 4, and I trim them down to a super fine point so that I can just create really pretty lilting liners, I think is the way I like to think of it. And because it's a watercolor brush, you can trim it down to like the tiniest hair, so you can end your liner on just one hair if you want to. I think it's a very effective way to work. For your brows, I like the ABH brow brush in number 12. Of course, it's got the spoolie on the one hand, but it's got a very fine edge, so you can really draw one hair at a time in and really take your time and create very realistic looking eyebrows with this. So it's a winner. Coming back again to NYX, here's a flat brush. This is, oh, the number has come off, so I couldn't even tell you. But it's just this nice flat packing brush. It's perfect to sort of get into your finer areas, to, you know, really get stuff evenly flat on your eyelid, under your eye. It's a really great brush for that. You could also use Morphe M224 for the same thing. These work really nicely for sort of, you know, on the lid work. I also very often turn these into lip brushes because they've got that beautiful edge to them that you know is just going to draw out a really nice lip shape as well. I think I've waxed eloquent about this many times. The Morphe 508 brush. It's a very small brush. It allows you to do amazing detailing like under here. You could even create a liner. You could do your brows with it. At a pinch, you could use it for your lip brush as well. It's very versatile. Another versatile brush is the Eco Tools. This is actually the angled liner brush. So you could use it for your angled liner. You could use it for your brows, and I often use this to do lips because it just gives really just the nicest finished. So the angle liner brush, liner, brows, lip, Eco Tools. Very good. And one last special mention. This is the NYXProfessional makeup brush in 06. It's this fan brush, and what I love about this is I also like to apply my skincare with this. I'm a big fan of brushing skincare onto skin. Then you could use your primer with this, you can put on foundation with this, you can sculpt with this, you can do your blush on with this, you could do highlighter with this. This really sees you through tons and tons of your face work. I hope that broke things down for you a little bit. Build up slowly. You don't have to buy very expensive brushes. Of course, as professionals, we'll have the sort of NARS and the, you know, Kevyn Aucoins and all of these, but I've tried to show you guys all affordable versions, the Eco Tools, the Morphes, the Inglot, you know. When you have the right brush, it takes your makeup elsewhere. You don't have to make the brush work for you. It'll just lead you to places that you didn't know were coming. I hope that was useful. Please subscribe and like, and if you hit the bell, you get a notification every time we drop a video, and we very regularly drop videos in case you've noticed, at least once or twice a week. I hope you've been enjoying the content, and thank you so much for all of you asking. This is Afifa and Harim, Afifa Khalid and Harim Faisal specifically asked about, please can you do a brushes haul. So I hope that worked out for you guys, and now you know a little bit of how to use which brush where. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Bye.